you guys doing? So, today, for our entrepreneur lifestyle vlog, we are going to create some labels inside of Canva. So, this is like a super from start to finish tutorial to get you guys like creating and designing your own labels because really it's super easy. So, there's no reason for you to be paying like super high amounts of money for labels for your products. So this kind of helps you lower those costs for your brand or for your business. And then you can also use that money that you're saving to reinvest in your business and kind of create more products or provide more products with nicer packaging. So that money that you save in this aspect, you can use it to extend and like make your business so much better because you're saving money. You'll have like bomb packaging, and feel like I'm super nice for like super low cost. And I've said super like 8 times already, so I'm not gonna say that again tonight. So what we're gonna do is I have Canva installed on my MacBook, and this is like a new tool that you can use Canva. Like, so I use Canva usually. Traditionally, it was just on the web browser, and it's like super processor heavy. I said it again, but it makes your computer so slow using it over the internet because it uses a lot of your processing power for your machine. So what I did was a few days ago, I went in and downloaded a Canva for MacBook, and the process is so much better. Like, I'm able to actually get in and do my designs and not slow down my computer, and doesn't take that much longer. So super, y'all, I don't know where I picked this super up because this is not in my common vernacular. Like, this is new like for like right now. But yeah, so I'm really excited about that because I can kick out these graphics so much quicker and get it done, and it's not as much as a chore as it was before. So, as you can see, I have like a lot of different graphics, and let me just keep this that size so you guys can see the whole screen. It's a little distorted, but I think you guys can still see everything that's going on. So I have a lot of designs in Canva. That's pretty much where everything for my brand lives. I am a Canva Pro subscriber, so some of the things you see today may not be available to you unless you're a Canva Pro subscriber. So I'll try to keep it simple so that you guys can actually follow along and recreate these same type of labels without a paid subscription. All right. So we're going to go in. These are my previous labels here for my different skincare products. So we're not going to actually go into this one today. We're going to create a new design. And that's because so here's some labels here. These are for like just different products that I have, but I measure everything and try to keep things within the same size so that they'll be all in one file. Then I can use the same sticker paper. And then I don't have to pull out my Cricut and like design new things all the time. So it really cuts down on the time. It's very efficient this way. So I have like the labels for like these different products. These are some skincare, some of the accessories that I sell. And then these are like the 2-ounce, like it says here, 2-ounce straight sided jar labels. So all of my products that go into a 2-ounce jar, the labels live here. So what we're going to do today is we're going to create a design. And then I usually try to stick within like the Instagram posts size, because what I do is the great thing about Canva is you can download it without the background. So if you need to resize it, or if you need to make it smaller, it's easy because you can just download whatever you design without a background, and you pretty much can turn it into an SVG image and use it anywhere and resize it. But that's a totally different tutorial. So we're going to keep it simple today, and we're just going to stick with this 1080 by 1080 size canvas. So cool. So then you have all these different templates over here that will be available to you within Canva. And we're not going to really use these because these are Instagram posts. But what I will show you is we're going to go back to home here. And then what you can do is you can do like labels. And it'll give you some suggested. These are like, this is a label. I've done this before. This is like a label that would go on a bottle. They have mailing labels, different sizes. Let's see, what's another buzzword for what we're doing today? You could do sticker, or let's try product sticker and see. And so like, see here, we have circle stickers. And I'm just going to click and see what kind of templates they have available for some motivation. So here, there's like different stickers that you can use for your designs. And like these are, I guess, like, you know, like those trendy stickers. These are cute though, but it's not really our goal for today. Like this one will be a good one because it gives you some shapes and whatnot that you can use. But like I said, this isn't really our goal for today, so I'm just going to go back to my untitled design. All right. So what we're designing today is the label for the bath salts, and then we're going to throw a quick label together for the lid of the candles for the care box. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go over here to elements on this side. And then I'm going to take this circle here. This is your friend, y'all. It looks a little distorted, but from what you guys can see, and that's just because it's full screen. So I'm going to take this circle here. And we're going to start with this. And I'm going to go over here and grab some text. So the good thing about Canva is like they have these font combinations already for you. So like if you see something that you like over here, definitely go for it and use it. It's pretty awesome, and it cuts down on the design time. So for me, I already have specific fonts and everything that I use for my brand. So I'm gonna probably pass on, like this is one of my favorites. I usually take this graphic here and ungroup it and turn it into some pretty awesome things. Well, once again, for the sake of the tutorial, I'm just going to use this one here. This one says Bare Organics Natural Body Scrub. I'm going to take that. You just click it and then it pops up in your design. Cool. So the premise of this circle here is this is going to be our radius. We're going to design this sticker as if we're going to cut it out on a Cricut or any kind of cutting machine. So I'm just going to resize my circle a little bit because I would definitely want it to be bigger. And I always love for my things to be centered. So what we're going to do is we got this centered. And I'm going to ungroup this because I don't want it to stay this way. So when it's grouped, it'll look like this. And then, so for the sake, we're going to group it just in case you guys may have missed it because I did it pretty quickly. So it's grouped now. These are two different bodies of text, as you can see as I click them. They're two different bodies of text. And what we're going to do is we're going to hit these three buttons, these three circles up here, and we're going to ungroup it. All right. Cool. So it should be ungrouped. As you can see, they're separate now. I can move them around separately. So I don't really want my stuff to be on two lines like this either because I'm going for like a different look. So I'm going to stretch this out here till it's on one line. And it's outside of the circle, so that lets me know I'm going to have to resize this text, or I'm going to use a different type of text. So I'm just going to do HMC for Hue Maven Cosmetics. And then I'm going to resize this and center it. And this is not my typical font. So Canva's really good at saving the font that you used previously. And you can even create and store fonts for your brand. And I did some different some different graphics today. So my recently used fonts are different. So I know what my font is, and I'm just going to type it in. This is the font for my logo. So as you can see, the font has changed, and I'm going to make that bigger. Okay. So what I'm going to do is now, like I said, I love everything to be centered. That way when you're cutting stuff, and you're applying stuff to packaging, you want it to look nice. You want the brand aesthetic to be like visually appealing. You want it to look high end. So everything's, you don't have to stick with the concept of everything being centered, but because like this template for this text, it wasn't centered. It still looks good, but that's not what I was looking for today. So my text is centered, and then I'm going to use this. I'm going to stretch this out. So this is on different lines. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this. Go up here to the 3 dots. And this is the button to duplicate. So cool. I'm going to duplicate it. And then I'm just pretty much going to just turn this into something completely different. So the name of the product is Botanical Bath Tea. Okay, and I like to resize my text box so that everything, I don't know. I just don't, this bothers me. So I'm going to change it. I want it to be smaller. So cool. This is what I want. I want it to be that size. And then I'm going to center it. And then I'm going to make this one smaller too. And then I'm going to duplicate this again because the way that I design, I like everything to have its own little box. So if I want to move it around, you know, I can move it around. There's no big problem. There's no issue with that, right? So I'm going to delete this. I'm going to keep this box here for the packaging size. And this one's not a measured product. It's more so by bag. So I'm just going to I'm going to do one large, or I'm just going to do large tea bag. Cool. And I'll change the font and everything for that later. This doesn't look centered to me. So maybe my circle is not centered. Okay. So cool. So we have our Botanical Bath Tea. And then this next box here will be for ingredients. So I'm just gonna, and like you kind of learn tricks in Canva because it's not Photoshop. There are limitations, but there's, for the most part, Canva is expanding at a rapid rate now. Like they've added a lot of different features in within the last few weeks. So it's kind of, I won't say it's becoming a Photoshop replacement, but it's a really good alternative. So the way I design my labels usually, so I'm going to go back to this home page here and open up my other, all my designs. Okay. So here, I'm going to open this label just so you guys can see. It's going to take a little bit of time to load. So this is like the aesthetic that I'm going for, right? So here, let me zoom in a little bit. Uh-oh, we're starting to slow down some. All right. Okay, so I have my ingredients. It's in a certain font, and then I have the actual ingredients. It's in a different font. So that's the same aesthetic that I want for for the label I'm designing today. So what you can do is, and I love this little trick here. What you can do is you can just copy this, and then you can take it over to your new design and just paste it. And I don't really like this little quirk about Canva. They don't want you to use the right click. You got to use the keyboard. So we're going to Control V. And I'm going to make this bigger while everything's still grouped, because I can't remember if I grouped it together in that last file. So cool. And yeah, it looks like it's grouped. Alright. So all of this will not stay. So we'll just pick through what we want to keep. So I'm going to ungroup everything. And I think for the most part it should be ungrouped. Yes, it is ungrouped. Alright. So let me just undo that. And I think I actually want to group these, because getting that text to line up, y'all, that took forever. It took forever to get that to line up the way I wanted it to look. So I think this one's grouped. Yes. All right. So for this one, the ingredients. So the ingredients for this product is Epsom salt, dried calendula flower petals, dried rose petals. Make sure you put those commas in there. You want to be grammatically correct. Dried rose petals. There was one more flower. I can't remember what it is. Oh yeah, I forgot. Excuse me, y'all. That one was dried cornflower petals. Then we have fragrance oil. So that would be an and not a comma. And fragrance oil. So cool. That's what we have. That's our ingredients. So what I'm going to do is we're going to make this bigger. And I want to center it. So you see how when I center that, that kind of threw off the grouping that I have. So we'll get our, let's see, let me ungroup this. Fix it how I want it to look. And that's just pretty much, and you see how it's like jumping the line here? That's what I meant about the whole, like, it took me forever to get those lines to match up. So what I'm going to do is, sometimes with the keyboard, if you go up and down using the arrow keys, it'll take it in small little incremental steps, and that's how I got it to line up. But then like the next day when I tried to do it again, it didn't want to work. So there's that. So we're going to group this again. Group. Cool. And we're going to leave it like this. And then my formulated without, I'm going to make that bigger. And we're going to line this up so it's in the middle. And this is throwing it off. So I think that's one of the reasons. Let's see. So, sorry, all this smoke from this fire in California has been messing with my allergies in my throat. Okay. So that looks centered to me. And then, I don't really like the way this looks, because I kind of want the ingredients to be just a tad bit bigger. So let me see what size this one is. This one's 35.6. Let me see if I can get that one to be the same size, 35.6. Okay, so I'm gonna undo, Command Z. I think 30 might work for this one, since there's more text there. So we'll try 30. And that looks like it worked. So I'm just gonna ungroup it again, because I want my colon to be there. I don't want it to be missing. So cool. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my ingredients box, I'm gonna make it big enough. And then I'm just gonna scoot it over. Boom, bam. Group it again. And that's good. I'm gonna try my best not to change that again. Okay. So we have this. I'm gonna move that down a little bit. And then directions and whatnot. So let me move all this stuff down. Oops. Matter of fact, let me lock this. One cool thing about this is you can lock the layers in Canva, so this circle will not move again. So now I can select all this text and whatnot, and it won't move. So this, I want to move all this down. I'll move this up. Yeah, I think I have this. No, it's not grouped. These are grouped. Cool. So I'm gonna put that there. This stuff is not grouped. So I'm gonna just select it and then move it. And then I actually want to make this a little bit bigger because I want my sticker to be like full. Okay. And this text, I'm gonna go with what I'm using for that is Josephine or Josephine regular. So I'm just gonna type that Joe's. Cool. And then I'm gonna make that box. And I think I'm gonna go with 30 for that one. Because the size, we don't want the size of the tea bag to take up too much space. So cool. For the directions, and this is a cool little trick that I usually do is I go online. So I'm gonna open Chrome. Let me open a new tab and share my screen. Okay, I lost the mic for a second. So, okay, so what I did was when you go to Google, you just type in what you're looking for. The first thing you're probably going to see are ads. So I like the way this looks. I clicked on that. That's what I'm rolling with. We're going to see what the directions look like. So boom, look at this, y'all. This is the type of packaging I aspire to have. But for right now, I'm gonna stick with these labels. We're gonna do it the cost efficient way. And one thing that I learned today in I was on a branding conference. This guy, he was like, look, y'all be trying to aspire to be like multi-million-dollar brands, have the same brand representation, the same packaging, the same amount of inventory. He was like, look, you got to start where you start. Like you can't rush the process. You can't force the process or you're going to end up burnt out. And I'm like, man, I'm like, this is a personal attack. I'm like, he talking about me for sure. So this is reassuring that I need to stay in my lane and I need to rinse and repeat and execute and grow and build upon. So once again, this is what I aspire to have. This is the type of packaging that I would love to have. This is so pretty. I love the foil, but whatever. That's not what we're here for. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep scrolling and scrolling until we find some product details. Boom, this is what we need. How to use. Copy and paste. Then we're going to go back to Canva. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I don't know why my window, I don't know what's going on with my Streamlabs OBS, but whatever, I'll fix that later. So we're going to go back to Canva. And for directions, we're just going to copy and paste. Of course, I'm not encouraging you guys to steal. We're going to take this information, build upon it, and make it fit our brand. So directions. First of all, I need to ungroup these because I want my size to be the same as others. So directions, we're going to make that a 30. Cool. And then we're just going to move this out the way real quick. And then as far as text, you want to make everything the same just about. So I think I'm going to roll with the, I'll do this. I'll see if 17.8 works for this one. And surprisingly, it does work. So cool. Everything will be at 17.8. All right. So we're going to have to make this work. We want that to be centered. And then what we're going to do is we're going to move our directions. And sometimes the one thing I don't like about Canva is because these blue boxes pop up to show you what the elements are. They get in the way. So I got to make sure I got the right element highlighted. And we're just going to move this sucker on over and align it to make it look like it's supposed to be there. Then we're going to hit shift, click on our other box, and then we're going to group. Okay. So that's cool. So I see I'm starting to run out of space, but there's some stuff that I really want to keep on here. So this is the part that comes in with designing. Like, don't throw it together. Sometimes you got to like keep shifting things around until it works. I know what I want on my label. I know what I want my brand to represent. So I'm going to make sure that I'm not sacrificing that with this label. And this font, we're going to go back to Josephine Sands. So cool. That gives me a little bit more space, actually. The letter height isn't as big with this font. Let me make sure that's centered. Cool. Okay. Center there. Then that means we got room to move everything up. Look at there, y'all. Look at there. And see, like this one's a little off. So I think if I remember correctly, we visually centered this one. Yeah. Sometimes little tricks don't always work. So we're going to visually center this one. Cool. And when I say visually center, the guides aren't snapping because of this box, the size of this box. So that looks about right to me. And then now I'm starting to see that my ingredients for this one is a little off. So I'm going to ungroup. Boom. And I need to move that over a little bit. Okay. So as you can see, like it's coming together. We're almost done. So I'm gonna make sure I group this again. Okay, got that. So now on to my directions. We want to make sure that all these fonts are just about the same. And this one, I have room to make this one. And I don't know why I'm leaving at 35.6. Girl, you gonna have to pick. We don't do all that around here. It's 35. It's all or nothing. 35. This one, 30. I don't know why I was okay with 17.8. It's got to be like a solid number. So we're going to do, let's try 18. Okay, 18 works. So we'll go with 18 for our text box size. Cool. So how to use. And our directions are a little messed up now. So we're going to ungroup that again. We're going to move it to where we want it to be. I think I'm going to move it a little bit. All right. And the most important thing about Canva is grouping, like seriously. Because sometimes it goes haywire and then your stuff moves all over the place and it's quite annoying. Okay, so that's centered. So how to use, we can take that out. We don't need that because we got our own font. Okay. Place one bag into the bath water under warm running water. Gently squeeze the bag to release the botanical essences. Relax and soak for 15 minutes. Cool. It's a little bland, but alright. So how do I want to change this? So it's like the most important part is like if you're gonna borrow or you're gonna use someone else's stuff for inspiration, you need to make it speak and feel like your brand. This is not my brand. This is not how I would say this. So I'm gonna sit here and think about it for a second. Like, how would I say this? Place one bag into a bath. So I would say place one bag into a bath under warm running water. Gently squeeze the bag. I guess gently squeeze is okay. This is, I'm kind of feeling kind of conflicted on that word. I guess gently squeeze. Gently squeeze bag. Tea bag. We're going to put tea in front of it. Place one tea bag into a bath under warm running water. Gently squeeze tea bag to release botanical essences. And no, I don't want to use botanical essences, so we're going to slip back on over to Google here. Give me 1 second. Hopefully I won't have to. I don't know why this is doing this today. It's quite annoying. My window capture keeps following me from window to window. And it usually doesn't do that. Okay. So we're going to go back to Chrome. And we're going to hit up our thesaurus. Thesaurus is your best friend. Y'all get acquainted with your thesaurus. So the word that we were trying to replace was botanical. Yeah. We'll see what we can change it to. Let's look and see what options we have. So the options are agricultural, floral, horticultural, botanic, concerning plants. I don't want to use, I guess I'll say floral. Like, floral is fine. So let me lock this window in Streamlabs real quick. And then I'm going to go on over to Canva. I'm concerned as to why. You know what? Let me just not do this. Okay, so we're going to do window capture. Add new source, window capture 1, and we're gonna head on over to Canva. Cool. And let me unlock and delete this. Sorry guys, I just gotta fix this because it's annoying me. And you guys can't see what I'm doing, but I'm literally just trying to make sure that this looks right. And still, okay, I'm like, what is going on? Okay, so we're gonna do transform, stretch to screen. Okay, I think that might actually work better for y'all for visualization purposes. It won't look as distorted. So I might have to do a tutorial on Streamlabs too, because this is like my new way of doing things. Okay. Okay, so back to our directions. Place 1 tea bag into a bath under warm running water. Gently squeeze tea bag to release floral essences. Oh, let's see. Floral. Now I can't type. Floral essences. Relax and soak for 15 to 20 minutes. Let's see. Relax and soak. I don't want to put a time limit on your relaxation. Like, if you want to be in there all night, girl, go for it. It's not my business, as long as you enjoy the product. So I guess relax and soak for 15 to 20 minutes. That's cool. Okay. Relax and soak until that don't really vibe with me. Relax and soak. Let's see. I guess I'm gonna keep it. That, I don't know, that's really bothering me. I don't want to leave that on there. Relax and soak for, I don't know. That's gonna be the first revision. That's what we gonna go with. So large tea bag, that don't need to be font size 30 because the important stuff is that font size. So let's take that one down to 24. Then we're gonna resize our box because we want to make sure everything's centered for this purpose, for this type of label at least. Cool. AM or PM, you don't need this. That's for like my other skincare products. This is a body care product, so it's kind of like use it whenever you want to. That is for the purpose of like helping someone develop a regimen. Like, hey girl, oh, undo. You can use this in the morning, you can use it at night. It will be okay for your skin. So that's why I put that there. So I want to group all of these little social media icons. So I'm just going to drag my mouse and then I'm just going to hit the group button. Okay, cool. And then these aren't grouped either. These are like my, hey, it's cruelty free, it's vegan, it's gluten free. So I put these on all my labels that it applies to. Because I just want people to know what they're getting. And so since I kind of copied that from another document, let me show you how I came across those. So for the cruelty-free one, I Googled and found one on an image on Google, uploaded it to Canva, and that's how I used that one. But Canva has like all these different little elements here, and as you can see, they're my recently used. So I'm just gonna, we're just gonna go put gluten-free, and it'll pop up with all these different little icons that you can use. And the one thing about Canva over the years, there's like barely any free options. Everything has to be Canva Pro. But if you don't have Canva Pro, there should be at least one free option in here. It probably won't be at the top because you see they all say Pro on there when you highlight them. I'm sure there's like there's one free option on here somewhere. Like I said, you just have to look for it, or you can go to Google, type in like gluten-free PNG transparent. It'll give you one with the transparent background, and you can just upload it here and use it. So yeah. So I want to group these. I want to make sure everybody stays together. Okay. I can stand to make these a smidget bigger. This one, I want to make sure, like, I want them to line up. You see that pink line? That means they're level. And then this product is good for more than 6 months. So I'm going to change that 6. We're going to do 1, 2, M. And then I might have to ungroup this to make this text fit in the little beauty aesthetic jar. So it's at a 14.7 now. I'll take it down to a 10, maybe a 12, and see if it fits. Drag this box to make the M all on one line. We have to click, wait for the box to go away, see where it is, then we'll readjust it using our keypads or our directional arrows on the keypad. Click away. That looks good to me, so I'm gonna regroup everything. If you don't learn nothing today, learn how to group your elements in Canva. That should be the main takeaway. Learn how to group those elements. Cool. Here's my recycle symbol because this is recyclable. Recyclable. That don't sound right. Anywho, the tea bags I use are made out of recycled paper, so you should be able to recycle them again if you dump the teas out. But the teas, they're all natural, so you know, like if you throw the whole tea bag in a landfill, it should all decompose. So there's that. So I'm going to keep that on my label. We're going to group these two together. And they might have actually already, nope, they ain't grouped. So I might just have to drag and drop these. We're going to make sure they're centered. And then so, excuse me, I'm so sorry, it's the smoke. We have a lot of space left. So I can actually stand to make this bigger, maybe 25. We'll make our box bigger so it's all on one line. Centered. Boom. I'm not in love with it. Maybe change this font. So let's see what our font options are. So the font for here, for the ingredients, it's called Moon Time. So I'm just going to type that in. And that don't really work here. Like, that had to be like a 72 for somebody to even be able to see what it says. Now I'm not feeling that either. So I'm going to change that back to Josephine Regular. Hey, Bobby Jones, like Bobby Jones Gospel. I used to love that show on BT. All right, I'm gonna make that smaller. I think it was 25, so we'll go back to 25. It doesn't have to be perfect on the first try. Sometimes I change my labels and it's small things like this, and the customers, they don't really notice. My goal is to like always improve. So this could even be bigger than 25, so we're just gonna drag it. And 30, definitely just change it from that, but whatever, it looks better that way. So cool, this will be our label. So what I'm gonna do is, since we have everything where we want it to be, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select everything, and I'm gonna I forgot I locked that circle layer. So what we're gonna do is unlock the circle. And we're gonna make everything bigger. And then I'm gonna center it. Cool, that's perfect. The circle, the color doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter so much so as in like I'm not gonna actually print it that this color. My label will be white and black because my label paper is white. So what we really care about is the text. And so what you can do, there's two ways you can do this. What you can do is you can actually duplicate this whole page. So you can create one and delete the circle in the background. And then I want to make sure that everything, I wonder if I can group all these. Canva's kind of funny. Sometimes it won't let you group everything. So I'm just going to move everything around because that didn't look centered to me. So this is what I'm going to go with. And that's what the rest of my labels are like. So what I do is I just download. And since I'm going to cut these out on my Cricut, what you can do is you download it as a PDF. And my sister taught me this. Thank you, sister. So you're going to PDF print. And I just want to download page 1. Yes, page 1. So when you do it this way, the background will be white. It will like be a full-fledged PDF document. So we're going to download, and then I'm going to show you what that looks like. And tomorrow, because I'm trying to keep the live stream short and I want to keep them interactive, I want to keep you guys like involved. So this one's going a little bit longer than what I anticipated. So we're going to do HMC Bath Tea and then just PDF. We're going to hit save. So what you can do, you can download it as a PNG image. I would advise against it. Sorry, y'all, had to mute because my dog was like losing it. Hey, Riley, no. All right, y'all, I'm back. Sorry. So what you can do, I would advise against downloading this as a PNG and then like trying to use it in Canva. That's what we're not going to do today. I have another label. I wanted to do the candle label today, but like I said, this is taking too long. So what we will do the next time is we'll create the candle label, same type of label, circle label to go on top of the can, and we'll do it with the actual background, the image background, and then we'll use like the Avery sticker labels for that one. And you can do full color for that because that sticker's, it's tiny. And if you have the ink, if you want to ball out and create a colorful label for your customers, we can do that. I'll show you how to do it. But for this tutorial, I want to keep everything simple for my tea bags. And then I'm going to go to downloads here. And you guys can't see my full screen. So, 1 second. Let me adjust. Honestly, let's see. Let's just do display capture. We're going to do add source. I'm talking to myself. Because y'all can't see what I'm doing. But you will be in a second. So this is what my screen looks like. I have my Streamlabs OBS over here. I have what I'm looking at over here. So we're just going to minimize. I can't see what's going on now. So hopefully everything is cool on the live stream. All right. So we're going to go to downloads. And y'all don't judge me. I got a lot of shit I need to delete. We're going to open this document. And if you have a MacBook, cool. You should be able to follow along verbatim, step by step. If you have a Windows computer, I'm sorry, but you're on your own this time. I can't help you. I haven't done this on a Windows computer, but I could try to research it and create a video for y'all too. But anywho, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to preview over here. We're gonna go to file. We're going to go to export. What you will get is this pop up here, and then you're gonna export it as a JPEG with the best quality. And for what I figured out, the resolution 250 is, it's pretty good. That's what I use to print all my labels. Then we're gonna save it. So we're gonna close that out, and then you should have another document that pops up in your downloads, and then you have an image now. So this is the image we will use tomorrow, and we'll cut it out with the Cricut. So that'll be tomorrow's live stream. I'll have the camera set up. I'll have the screen share set up as well, so you guys can follow step by step in creating the actual label. Well, we created it today, but cutting it out and then placing it on your product, that will be tomorrow. So look out for that live stream. Be 7:30 p.m. PST, and thanks for watching, guys. Have a great night.